So finally the weather's broken, so I'm out on the golf course, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the 5 lies about your golf swing that are killing your game. So we're on the 18th at Heron's Reach, par 5, perfect, so I can do all 5 in one hole. I'm going to start with driver. Now we've all been told, haven't we, that when you hit that bad drive it's because you're too fast. So you stand up there, think about swinging nice and slowly. I know, it's only gone 50-60 yards. So you can't play golf with that. So I'm not saying I want you to swing slowly. I do want you to have a bit more speed in there. There's a difference, however, between trying to hit the ball hard and swinging quickly. So I want you to have a couple of practice swings, feeling like you swing nice and freely with driver. So I'm not trying to put anything into that. Just swinging nice and freely. And then I'm going to take aim, put that swing on it, and that one is straight down the middle and considerably past the first one. Right, so I found the first one. The good news is it's reached the fairway, only just, and it means I've still got probably 400 yards plus to the green. So it's time for fairway wood, which is the line number 2. Now we've all been told, me included growing up, that when we're hitting fairway wood from the ground, we want to try and sweep the ball off the ground. So very often, golfers feel nice and confident, they've got that ball position nicely forward like they've been told. Oh, that one's gone 20 yards in front of me. And we can see there, the only mark in the ground isn't from the club, is actually the ball going into the ground. So I want you to never ever try and sweep it away with your fairway wood. So what we have to understand is when the ball's on the ground, we have to make sure that the club is traveling down to hit the ball and then the ground. So we want to get that low point ahead of the ball. So we're going to move the ball position just slightly forward of center, not all the way forward like we had it. We're going to try and feel a little bit more pressure on that lead foot. And then as we start our downswing, we're going to shift aggressively towards the target so that we touch the ground after the golf ball. So it might be worth having a little practice swing for that. We can see there, I didn't get the ground, but I got the grass, so that would be good enough on that shot. And then we're going to take aim, a little bit more pressure on that lead leg, and absolutely rip it, which starts to make up for line number 1 and line number 2. Now let's go and find the first tee shot with a good quick swing, and let's hit an iron in and see if we might make eagle. Right, so while I'm walking down to find the big drive, I've noticed still that there's over 80% of you not subscribing when you're watching the videos. So help me out, click the button, let's try and get to 60% in the next 3 months. Fingers crossed, if you're loving it, click the button. Right, so very fortunately, 150 yards to go, which should be a perfect 8-iron. Bring us on to line number 3 about what you need to do with your irons. Now, so many golfers really struggle with contact, and they get told a lot that you need to make sure you hit down with your irons. And what I'll see from a good setup with a lot of people, just having that concept of hitting down creates this. And we can see the good news is that didn't go far enough, that I've probably still got another 8-iron. So we'll call the repair people in afterwards to get that one, because if somebody falls down that, we might never see them again. But a little bit like we've just spoken about with the fairway wood, all we've got to make sure here is that that low point's ahead of the golf ball. We don't need to try and hit down, that creates that as part of our swing. So we're going to get the ball nicely in the middle with 8-iron. Again, we're going to have that little bit of pressure on that left side. Once we get that backswing going, we're going to start moving towards the target before the club reaches the top, and then commit to that nice full finish. So we're going to get set, a little bit of pressure left, ripped it, just left of the flag. It's on the green. Now that might spoil line number 4, but don't worry, we'll get up there and you can find out now. Okay. Right, so unexpectedly, I've actually hit the green with the 8-iron, but lie 4 is a mistake we all get told about when we're chipping. So we're gonna have to kick that off to the side to be able to demonstrate. So let's move this over here. And to be fair, it won't take a huge amount of imagination to pretend I've missed the green from 150. So a pretty straightforward chip shot, to be fair. So we're just off the edge of the green, not probably 15 yards from the flag. So what a lot of golfers will get told is that when they set up, they want to get that ball off that back foot, lots and lots of shaft lean, and really feel that you kind of nip the ball. And the danger with that is it's very easy to just hit it about a foot in front of you. It's also incredibly easy with the ball that far back to just thin it a little bit and pretty much have the same shot back. So the little tweak we want to make is we want to get the ball in the middle of the stance. We're going to move a little bit closer so the shaft's a bit more upright. You're going to take your grip, and then all we're going to do is we're going to move your sternum in front of the golf ball, keep it there so there's a tiny bit of shaft lean, and then you're just almost going to make a putting stroke and let the loft of the club just lift the ball to where you need on the green. And then once you get there, put a good little chip on it, horrible bounce, but a little tap in, and that would be for a birdie. Right, so let's get that out of the way. So, good chance for birdie. Line number 5 about putting. Now, we all get told about the putting stroke, to keep it simple, should be straight back and through. So a straight line with the stroke. But there's a massive issue with that because you stand to the side of the golf ball, to do that, you have to manipulate the putter a lot. So it becomes very easy that you stand up, you pick it, try and do straight back and through. Oh. If the hole was twice as big, it would have gone in. So what I want you to think about is, I don't really want you to think about the line of your stroke, but you can see if I stand to the side, take my grip and just literally rock my shoulders, you can see how the putter actually works on a little bit of an arc around my body. So we're going to put the ball nicely in the middle. We're going to set up and just let those shoulders rock. And in we go for a simple birdie. But you see those 5 lies from driver to fairway wood, irons, chipping and putting. Get rid of those out of your game, and honestly, you will play some of the best golf you've ever played.